This is a special Phosphene Inner Light meditation.
So we have seen that it is likely that Rudolf Steiner and Madame Blavatsky and many other seers in the past, such as Hildegard von Bingen, that they saw their visions with eyes closed, probably in deep meditation or in contemplation or in prayer. If we study their works, and in a separate video we have talked a bit about that, we see that many of the visuals they describe, of the visions they describe, do resemble Phosphenes. And the interest in Phosphenes is only recently emerging as a special inroad in making contact with the divine. So people asked me, what kind of meditation do we do? So there is one meditation we can start with. You sit at a table, upright position, hands parallel, head a little bit bowed, as if you are reading a holy scripture, and you just close your eyes. This is the posture which in many cases Hildegard von Bingen must have had while contemplating on the Bible, but you held your hands like this. Now, first you have to center yourself, so let's do it together. Just find a table and a chair and go sit in this position. Head slightly bent, hands 20 centimeters apart, relaxed, and you bring your attention in the here and now by just feeling the body and entering with the attention into the body, feeling the feet making contact with the ground, feeling the body making contact with the chair, and being present for the entire body, listening to the sounds around, watching it all, and with every out breath you relax a little bit more in this position. You can slightly look between the hairs of your eyelids. You can slightly look and you see the contours of your hands. That is okay. Now, see if you can find this position where, with the eyes nearly closed, you still can see very, very vaguely the hands. And then bring your attention in between the eyebrows. In between the eyebrows. Every time there is a thought coming up, it is all okay, you just watch that thought. Important is to bring your attention back in the here and now. Watching and bringing the attention in between the eyes. Very vaguely you see your hands. Now start to notice anything in the field of your vision different than homogeneous light. It is not dark, that is for sure. There are always light elements with the eye closed if you do this during the day. Of course, if you do it during the night with no lamps, it is much darker, but it doesn't matter. The light phenomena always manifest themselves. So even now, if you look in this vastness with the eyes closed, you see the fake contours of your arms and your hands, and you see a kind of soup of colors moving a bit, morphing a bit, fluid colors like reddish, orange, green, purple, blue, black, dark green, everything can be there, yellow. You just notice those colors without wanting to change or modify anything. To reach the state of clairvoyance, you have to be really totally with an empty mind, totally centered in the here and now, without an agenda. It doesn't matter what you see, you just experience how you see it at the moment. So just be open for the colors. And then at a certain moment you will notice that one color might be a little bit more dominant, or that a certain pattern starts to emerge. You just follow what the light within wants to express. And sitting like this, just observing, even not waiting for anything. Every waiting means that you're not here, but you're elsewhere in the future, waiting for something to happen, but it can only happen now. And it is already happening now. You already see vague colors, perhaps shapes. And then you bring, without wanting anything, just pure curiosity, you bring your attention, while residing in between the eyebrows, you bring your attention also in between the hands and around the hands. See what is happening there. Is anything manifesting itself in color or shape between the hands? It helps if you bring your attention to your physical feeling of the hands, the warmth, the tingling, the relaxation, the heaviness of the hands. Feel that, observe it, and observe in between the hands. Nobody is the same. I'm not gonna tell you what I see. It is about you, what you see. It is never that you see nothing. There is always some movement, some expression of light. Some structures can be very vague and can be surprisingly clear. You just relax in it. Nothing needs to be done. Just be present for whatever you observe. And then slowly you can close totally the eyes while not moving the hands. And still you might see some vague resemblance of your hands in your visual field. Just relaxing the eyes totally. Being present for the sounds around and the body and everything you can observe. Now at a certain moment you feel it is enough to be present for the hands in your visual field. You just put them on your lap in a meditative position with the thumbs closed, Tibetan meditative position. Tibetans are very well known for seeing tantric deities, colorful beings with radiance of light around. It is possible in a meditation to see those beings without being a deep meditator or a very experienced one. The inner light is there for everyone. It just requires a bit of receptivity. It's not training, it's just starting to notice. You have never noticed your inner light. Starting to notice without wanting to move anything, without wanting to visualize anything. Clairvoyance happens in absolute emptiness. The moment you put your willpower on it, it evaporates. It is a gift you can only accept with open hands, without wanting, just as a shower of presence, as a divine expression. Being present in the inner light. In the beginning, it will be vague, cloudy, and then as from one second on another, something new might emerge from the cloudiness. Faces, structures, symbols, mathematical shapes, geometrical patterns, fractalization, light beings, even voices manifest, or a voice. At first you think, what? And then you think, oh, that was a very brief vocal information reaching me. Wow, the first time I got this I was really surprised. But just as inner Phosphenes light with the eyes closed, there are sounds with the ears open, not for the external sounds but for the internal sounds. The more you sink into silent beingness, the higher the likelihood is that you see shapes, colors, and hear. Most people are seers. Only 20% of people are hearers, and some are privileged that sometimes they also hear while they see. Every one of us has the ability and the capacity to simply tap into the divine world of light inside. This meditation you can do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and at a certain moment, if nothing really spectacular happens, which is not necessary, can be very subtle, or if something extremely spectacular happens, at a certain moment you feel, yes, this is enough. To follow the morphing Phosphenes can be quite a thing, because they're sometimes extremely fast and crystal clear, like a movie or even sometimes a cartoon or a crazy landscape with flowers morphing into gems. All these things are possible. Just watch them and decide at a certain moment, this is enough. And then you slowly open your eyes, bring your attention back in the here and now, and my recipe is always to stretch and to yawn and to feel the body and to be very grateful that we have a body and can experience more than we think. Let's experiment with it and let me know what are your experiences. Good luck with it. It's crazy interesting.